All right, hi everyone, and welcome to day 319 of this artificial intelligence project where we're trying to make AI more accessible. All right, so I'm recording the video a little bit earlier today because I'm also using this video to rehearse pitching with our new pitch deck. So I'm gonna use this to give it to Pedro and ask for some feedback. But today I want to mention that we finished with our outreach on VCs. I actually also had my chat with Gant Laborde, who's advising us, and yeah, I should start with that. So his point of view, we basically teachable. Is it teachable? Yeah. So I talked with. Is it this one? Nope, nope, nope. That's something else. Sorry, teachable. So I was actually talking to Gant about that currently my focus is on marketing and contacting VCs. He was suggesting is like, oh my god, like cold calling never works for in general, not and he was like, yeah, you should try to automate that or get some help, and it was on the back of my mind, but it helped. So basically one of the things that I did is like, I know that we might not be very successful cold calling VCs. There's a lot of them, and a lot of them don't apply and whatever. But I just wanted to go through the grind and just make sure that that's something that we do. So actually what we end up doing is I went through the first 600. I finished today. I think I did like, probably I did like 200 on Friday, 200 yesterday, and I did another 200 today. A lot of it was mostly just looking at their page and, like the VC doesn't even apply and whatever. Yeah, and then I asked Mauricio and Iñaki to help me with the last 400. So they each of them have 200. Yeah, so there was a lot of like just reaching out. I did hit a couple ones that I know of that I admire. So one of them is Koshla Ventures. So I attended like one of Vinod's Kosla talks like back in 2007, and I mean, I became a big fan of Vinod when he gave his talk, because mostly he's one of the co-founders of um, Sun Systems, I believe. Yes, is it? Yeah, Sun Microsystems. Yeah, he's one of the co-founders of Sun, the company that at some point actually created Java at some point. Now it's part of Oracle, but whatever. Yeah, so he's a successful entrepreneur, and then once he become very rich, he actually spent a lot of his time helping startups, and he basically, the joke that he made on this talk that he gave was something like, well, a lot of billionaires buy yachts. I don't buy that. I buy startups and help them succeed, right? And so anyway, so I think it's pretty cool, and so I did find a couple in the list that I was like, okay, like I really need to write like a proper email here. So that was one of them. Klein Perkin Bauer, with John Doerr, which they're very well known, was another one. I didn't find them on the list, but I look at them and I was like, um, is it this one? No, no, no. Wait a second. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. So basically, yeah, one of the founders of this VC firm is yeah, it's John Doerr, he's super super well known. Yeah, it's like a legend on Silicon Valley, and why not? Yeah, so I don't really know if any of these are gonna work. But like I'm glad we did the grind, and Mauricio and Iñaki have been helping me just finish this today, hopefully. And I still think I'll probably go around and find a couple other just VCs opportunistically, like like just because this one was like a really broad range of like where we try to email to everyone, right? But I want to see like I want to do like a more scoped one, like okay, like what would be the 10 VCs that I really want to reach out and talk to, right? And yeah, so I'll probably do this. I'll probably do that afterwards. Um, oh, cool. He's on Twitter. I don't think he's active at all. Oh wow, he has so many followers. Nope, he might be active. Oh, I'm already following him. Anyways, whatever. Yeah, so we finished that, and Gant's point of view is like, yeah, you should not do the cold calling. Get someone to help you. So I did get someone to help me. And then we also talk about like marketing, and his suggestion, which is the same suggestion that my wife was sharing with me on marketing, is that we should do like a free online course on, like just data analysis with HAL9, but in general data analysis, and kind of like just give it away for free, like maybe use it for like it's the upcoming, we have Black Friday next week. It's a little bit, the timing is a little bit crazy because we don't have a lot of time to plan, but we could get it started. So I'll look into that, especially if others in the team want to help out, or maybe I'll just do it all by myself. But like it should be pretty fun to put together. And I was mentioning Gant that marketing is very awkward to me because like I'm not very good at marketing, but I do enjoy like just sharing information. I'm not very sure if I'm good at teaching kind of like one online. But like I really did enjoy writing a book, and kind of like teaching is a way of marketing if you think about it, right? Like you're just giving away things for free, and some people might actually be interested in HAL9 and staying around or whatever. So I think that's something that we'll strongly consider. Anyway, so yeah, I basically mailed a bunch of people, and then I want to practice the pitch. So this is our pitch deck. Oh, and by the way, I also mailed someone from that was founder, a past manager that I admire, and I asked for a VC intro. I don't know if that's gonna work, but like that's another thing I did today. All right, so I'm gonna kind of like practice our pitch deck and see if we can condense it in time, and I'll practice a couple more times this week, and hopefully we'll get a few more yeah VCs just to talk to and close this loop. All right, so welcome to our pitch for HAL9. I'm super excited to get this started, and my name is Javier Luraski, and yeah, let me just get started. So but actually, before we get started, I want to make a point, which is that we're very excited about the internet and web technologies, mostly because web technologies have really helped companies lower their costs of products and services. And without getting into too many technical, oops, sorry, I'm gonna start over because I forgot to take to time this, so I'm gonna start over. All right, hi everyone, I'm Javier Luraski, and I'm excited to pitch to you HAL9 Inc. All right, so before we get started, I want to make the point that the internet and in general web technologies has been a driving force to lower costs in many industries. We don't need to get technical, but the internet and web technologies, the browser, cloud computing, and why not, have really focused on reducing costs, right? And that's something that we will leverage in HAL9. And specifically, we found out that a lot of companies are trying to get into artificial intelligence, but they just can't because the cost of an AI project is super high and it's just too hard to get started with, especially thinking about small companies here. Now, in order to lower costs, we believe that the actual real solution is to leverage the power of web technologies and the internet to lower the cost of doing AI projects. So at HAL9, we're helping people bring their data to life by creating the web-first AI platform that really lowers the cost of AI by lowering the cost of servers. You don't really need to use cloud compute in many of the cases when you're using HAL9. And also you can reuse your team skills in web development and related technologies to help you integrate some of those solutions into your AI project. We do have competition, especially big players in this space, but we think that we can have a first movers advantage if we tackle this market in their early stages, which is where it's currently at. And still, even though it's small market today, we want to grow to service all the Excel users in the world eventually, which is 750 million potential customers. And even with small penetration, we think that we can have like a pretty decent annual recurrent revenue. And looking into 2037, ARK Invest projects that this is going to be a $30 trillion opportunity. So even a small market of this potential opportunity would be huge. Now, to grow fast, we're going to start first with the people that are already excited about these technologies, which are people that already have a little bit of background on web technologies, or their company already has a web developer, and they want to use technologies to leverage, but they're missing the tools like HAL9 to really make this transition quite easy. Let me just give you a quick demo of HAL9, and for that, I'm just gonna show you what are the types of things that you can build with HAL9. So what I want to show you is an analysis that we used to analyze content in Wall Street Bets. It's quite a complex analysis, but you can use it to analyze your customer reviews in your business or automate some of the processes. And what we did with HAL9 is we use sentiment analysis that basically uses AI to describe if something has a positive or negative sentiment. And then we use that to understand like how a specific company, GameStop, performs within Wall Street Bets. And obviously you can do many other things. We have a lot of solutions, that you can get inspired with. We have a lot of customer provided stories. Actually, maybe not part of the deck, but today I put a list of VCs using web scraping. From the list that we're using, just to understand where the VCs are today. Anyways. And we believe that we have already the right team to tackle this opportunity. I don't know why this is not maximizing. This is not great. Oh, this is not great. Let me just try to. Wow, I cannot maximize this. That's terrible. All right. Let me just try on a new tab. All right. So we believe that we already have the right team to target this opportunity and build the right company. Myself and Kevin have known each other for 6 years. We built out their different open source packages with companies like Databricks and Why Not. We wrote a book on artificial intelligence for big data. And we have a team already of 5 engineers, scientists, and business experts that can help us complete this vision. Google reached out to us to do a little bit of an interview on their TensorFlow channel. We've also have been showcased on GeekWire and ProductHunt. Definitely take a look at those resources if you want to learn more about us. And just to close on this, we've already raised $60K on pre-seed funding 6 months ago just to get the company started, help us pay some contractors, some services, and get the team together. But in order to hit our revenue goals of 864,000 for next year, we are seeking 1.5 million at a 50 million post-money valuation. Now, last but not least, we really think that this is just the beginning. We really like Roblox as a company. They started with the vision and dream of making video game development easier to more people. And we think that we can follow a similar approach where if we make AI more accessible to more people, over time, we should be able to grow to a bigger market, to have a proper cloud compute just for this opportunity, and eventually have a marketplace that really allows us to monetize and help users monetize their artificial intelligence project directly in HAL9. Right, thank you. Right, I don't know how much time that was. That was about like 5 minutes and 50 seconds. I think we hit a couple of technical issues. So whatever. Definitely, probably I'll practice a little bit more and try to go a little bit faster. I think we want to have like a 5-minute pitch. I don't know where I spend most of the time, so I'll take a look at the video to see where we can save a few seconds here and there. But yeah. All right, let me just check really fast YouTube and see if there's any comments. I don't think so, but I'll take a quick look at that. And if not, I'll just finish up. Right, I don't think we have any comments. So thanks for watching. I'll keep you posted and see you around.